Welcome back, naughty knitters. Oh my God, do I have some fun in store for you. Today we are going to attend the Flock Fiber Festival weekend. I know, it's been a much anticipated event and I'm so excited to share it with you. But before we get started, I just want to welcome anybody new here. I'm Tawnya, also known as A Naughty Knitter on both Instagram and Ravelry. It would mean a lot if you would just hit that like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and that you'd come back and join us again. We're on my little corner of the internet where we love to talk about all the nitty, yarny, fibery topics. So, without any further ado, what you came here for, the Flock Fiber Festival. Just a little quick recap. So Flock Fiber Festival is a weekend of fibery fun. Day one, I traveled and we had some delays, but I got there. It was all fine in the end. So I kind of count that as pre-flock. And then the actual day one of flock, we had classes. I had 2 classes going over some fiber and spinning techniques. It was very interesting morning and afternoon. And then we went on a fiber cruise through the harbor, and it was a beautiful night for it, you guys. It couldn't have been any better. So it was fantastic, and I saw a bunch of you there, and it was a lot of fun sitting with you and chatting with you and knitting with you and eating with you. It was a great time. And then the first day of the actual event, I tried to capture how incredibly busy it was, but I know I failed miserably. It was really hard to get decent footage, you guys, because there were so many fiber lovers there. So I'm going to, at the end of this video, review my purchases. So I'm not going to do that during the actual showing of flock. I'm going to wait till the end and show you those. At the end of day 2, we went to the Stoup Brewery, where we got together and gathered and visited and knitted and chatted some more, and it was great fun. And then day 3 was just the kind of wrap up at the Expo. And again, I tried to get some footage, but it was really difficult because I didn't want to interrupt the shopping. And it was still busy. It was a lot quieter, but it was still busy. So with no further ado, let's head to Flock. Hey guys, I'm at the airport, and now I'm trying to figure out how to get all my luggage into the terminal. When I go to a fiber festival, I bring an extra suitcase to bring home my goodies. And so I have my 2 big suitcases, and then I got my carry-on, my knitting bag, my water bottle. That all goes on the plane with me. Those 2 are going to go hopefully into the luggage. With Delta, I can check up to 3 bags, and so without any extra charge. So I'm fine there. It's just a matter of getting it into the terminal, and I'm going in the middle of the day. So Mr. Knot is not giving me a ride to the airport today. So wish me luck. Here we go. And we're off. Let the adventures begin. I was expecting to land about now, so that didn't happen. So I'm going to have a little snack to hold me over, and that should hold me over till we get there. We'll get there. It's all right. So they just told us it's going to be a while. What that means, they can't tell us. Oh my God. So we're already like well over an hour delayed, and they're telling people basically you're not going to make your connection, so good luck. So I'm headed over to get a coffee to get through the night. I am so disappointed. I actually booked this flight purposely so that I would get in at a decent hour and be able to relax in the hotel for a while before I had to go to bed and get up right away in the morning for class. But hey, you know what? We're gonna get there when we get there. So stop one fail. She's sending me to get coffee somewhere else. Apparently it's too late for coffee. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't even know why I'm letting this irritate me so much. I'm delayed all the time. When I travel, it happens all the time. That's why I bring so much knitting with me, guys. And I always carry a predominance of my knitting in my carry-on because I know this crap happens. So if I have to sleep in the airport, I'm fine. I'm fine. I don't want to, but I'm fine. Could I get a large oat milk hot latte, please?
There you are.
Thank you.
You have a good day.
You too. Thank you, Thomas Hammer. Thomas Hammer to the rescue. Now let's doctor this up. And it's all bon appetit. There you go. And we're off. Woohoo! Here we are, we made it. Honey, I'm home. What a cute room. What a cute room. Oh, that bed looks good. We got a little couch over here, a sitting area. Little place to store the yarn when I get it, or the fiber. And yeah, that bed is calling my name. So we made it, safe and sound, luggage all accounted for, and now I'm going to kick off these shoes that are killing me and do a little knitting and head to bed because tomorrow's going to be an early morning with lots of festivities. Good morning. Welcome to Seattle. Flock day 1. Actually, it's kind of like a pre-flock. So today is the day that I have classes. I have 2 classes with, I believe it's Anna Wilcox, and we're talking about fiber and spinning, and we will be doing that in about an hour. And then after that is the evening cruise where we get together and knit and chat and socialize. So what I chose to wear today is my Soho top by Kadri. Knit up in seagrass from Pearl Soho, and with it I've got my bob pants. Look at those guys, aren't those cute? So these are, I forget the fabric, I'll link it down in the description below though. And I have my comfy shoes on. I actually injured my foot, my ankle, not exactly sure how. I was walking on the treadmill and I did something funky, and so I'm wearing compression hose to keep the swelling down, and my super comfy shoes. I have some more shoes that I ordered from Amazon that hopefully will be delivered to the hotel today, and I think I'm going to add a brace because I am in so much pain right now. Anyway, I'll be fine. I'll live through it. It's all good. And then with me, I got my redesigned bag. Isn't she cute? And in it, I've got all my knitting, all my supplies. I'm going to carry my recording equipment so that hopefully I can show you some more stuff. But man, she's packed full. So, I mean, she is packed full. So it's time to ask and have some fiber fun. Talk to you later. All right, guys, I found the cutest coffee shop, and I got myself a chorizo burrito and a latte, and I'm headed to the convention center. It is such a beautiful day today. Just got this little Christmas in the air, and oh my God, lovely. There's the convention center. There she is in all her glory. Oh my God, do you see that sunshine? Oh my God. So nice. Just a light little breeze. And we're here, and it's a lovely day for a Flock Fiber Festival. All right, here we are at the cruise. Oh my God, it's gonna be a beautiful night for this, guys. It's so beautiful. It's too sunny to even get everything. Here is just hopping. It is hopping. And here we are. Good morning. I can already tell that when I see you at 3:30, my hair is gonna look like a drowned dog. But hey, that's okay. So I have my flock vest on. I've got my all-day culottes by Matchy Matchy. And then I found these shoes. See those sexy shoes? Let me zoom in on those. Aren't those sexy? And then I am wearing my compression stockings. They just help keep my feet a little fresher through the day. But there we have it. There is my flock outfit for day 2, day 1 of the expo. I will see you at 3:30. Well, it turned into just this beautiful, gorgeous day. I just left the conference at 1:30, right after meeting Andrea, and headed back to the hotel to do a drop-off because, woofda, it's getting heavy. So let me show you. We have a bag full. I found so much fiber. Now my goal today, I had a couple of stops I wanted to make, but my biggest pressing goal was fiber because that seems to sell out quickly and not have a lot of
Hold on. Lose the skein.
oh my god, look at this. Market bag is full. Morning. So we're gonna do some shopping, we're gonna do some interviewing, and I have all the attire for it. I finished my Sabai top last night. Woohoo. I'm gonna go over this later in a different episode, but I love this thing. Anyway, you don't need to hear about that. And I have my very comfortable shoes on today. Let's show you those. There we go. Look at those sexy things, and my sexy compression hose. I know you love them. I know those things aren't the sexiest, but I will say that they do help with the fatigue that your feet feel on concrete floors. So if you're going to be doing a lot of walking, a lot of hanging around on concrete, I do recommend those, as well as a nice pair of cushiony shoes. All right, guys, I'm off to breakfast, off to knitting, off to shopping. All right, so I'm sitting in front of La Mercerie, and as you may have heard, they did have an incident where they found a couple of moths at their indoor site. None have been detected here, but as for full caution, they have rebinned everything, and they're not. If you bought something here, they assured us that you really don't need to worry about it because prior to the event, all that yarn had been stored in bins for days leading up to this event and had been heated, and so it already got heat treated. So you really are not going to need to worry about any infestations of your yarn going home unless you got it from the shop itself, which there is a small chance that you could have an infestation. In which case, if you're worried about that, just go ahead and throw that in a Ziploc, throw it in your freezer, and go through that whole process before you introduce it to your stash. Florist, and so hence she creates
Yeah, these are from Pike Place Market, which they're wilting slightly, but yeah, she creates beautiful arrangements.
So that's your inspiration.
Yes. So, like for example, these colors are called Dahlia Winnie after
Yes.
beautiful dahlia.
These are gorgeous. That paint couldn't be more perfect.
This is the sweater over here.
Now, which
Rain
pattern is
tank
that?
Tee,
The rain time tee?
or tank rain tee.
Oh, okay. God.
Silk merino.
I was going to say, look at the drape on that.
Beautiful.
Girl. And I can't get over that. You are an artist, like in every way, shape, and form. Your eye for color blows my mind. How long have you been dyeing?
I've been dyeing since 2005 for 21 years.
21 years?
Yeah.
And what is your primary inspiration?
Typically, it's either going to be music or just the nature around me.
I love that.
Yeah.
Are you an 80s girl?
I was a child in the 80s, yes.
I feel like we are so connected to music being from the 80s. It's
all
different.
All of the emotions, like just everything.
You can take you right back to a day. It can take you.
And colors. Same.
Colors kind of the same.
Yeah, they're the same for me. So it's just like certain thoughts, certain songs. They're gonna make me see a color and a feeling.
I love that.
Yeah.
I got that fiber right there. That one that you have in the basket. Yep. And I got another one to go with it. And so I'm doing it.
I get to keep this one because I forgot to put a label on it. So
now it's yours.
Oh, shucks.
Oh, shucks.
I know. I was like, oh, well, you know. I could have made another on Nitty, I saw somebody's hand spun socks. I was like, well, that's that. I got to spin. And Bud taught me on it. Drop spindle, and that took about 3 weeks, and that's not enough yarn. I need a wheel.
No. So tell me about your inspiration for road trips.
Sure. So I'm Allie Pate with Road Trip Soccer, and I'm based out of Denver, Colorado. We have all of our big, bright, bold colors for all of our road trip destinations. We travel all over the place. My kiddo and I have done like 6,000 miles this month, which is awesome. On the other side, we've got some pet-inspired colorways, and these are all pets that are available for adoption at my local shelter in Denver. And then I donate 10% of the yarn sales profits to help them get adopted.
I love
see
that.
The photo inspiration.
I love that.
Thanks.
That's so generous.
Thank you. Well, it was funny because I had the idea And I didn't really know how to explain to a shelter, like, hey, can we do this thing?
Yes.
So I went to all the offices until I found the person, and they happened to be a knitter. I was
No way.
right? It's like, this is meant to be. So they were like,
God.
all about it. So here we are.
That's so cool. That's
Thank
so
you.
cool. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. I'm going to link you in my description.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
We'll get some pets adopted.
Sweet. I love it.
anticipating those. So what's special about the yarn hives compared to other yarn holders?
So they're my unique design, and they solved a lot of problems that a lot of the yarn holders have.
Tell me about it, because I have issues with some
The
of them.
stems many times were thin and would break. These are not. So
Okay.
if you sit on it or stand on it, you're probably going to hurt you more than you are the stem.
The step.
Also, when it was sitting, the base would slide up and down the stem
Yep.
and was unstable. And because it was round, it would wobble. Or
Yes.
you needed another
Makes sense.
tool to
Yep.
spin it around, which was another thing in your project bag.
More weight.
in your project bag, less dollars out of your wallet. I wanted something that was lightweight, that you could use in a multitude of ways. So hanging on your wrist, hanging in the car if you get to be passenger princess.
Yes.
Or the other day when there were 15 cars in front of me at Costco to
Yes.
get gas, I just hung it on my
Sit
rear
in
view
it.
mirror and I sat in it and I was like, take your time. I'm
We're
no
good.
longer pissed off by any of you. But when I am just sitting someplace, I can take the strap off. It's going to find its flat edge, and you can just use it as a yarn beller all by
Okay.
itself. And a nice wide base, so it's going to keep your yarn dry and clean, and you don't
That's
have to
nice.
worry whether you want to put it in the sand, in the grass, on a dirty picnic table.
Keep it clean.
Doesn't matter.
That's nice, huh?
And super lightweight. And one of the other fun things, you can feel it. It's
Oh
really
wow, that
light.
is light. That is light.
So it's not going to warp or delaminate like wood ones.
Yep.
Washable, lightweight, easy to take care of. You can mix and match and create your own custom combination.
Which is really
of
nice.
cultivar, or there are some Flock exclusive
Already made up.
colors.
So these are Flock exclusives over here.
Yep.
Guys. Oh, those are pretty.
They're $30.
just moved in this area, so I don't know your section. And so, like, I'm still searching for something in West Seattle, but Britt, the one we just ran do you use that?
I am pull blocking my red ranger shawl. So I have my finished scarf with wool wash and water in it, and I'm going to agitate it. Gentle agitation. I don't have to put my hands in there, so my ring and my nails aren't going to snag all my good knitted goods. I then let it soak 20-30 minutes. After it's done soaking, I click the strainer on the side of the bucket, either side. I let gravity do what gravity does and work its magic. The water runs through. I can use my hand flat to push more water out. I can go and knit, I can crochet, it can hang out in here the rest of the day. And then I open up the spout, which is my favorite tool, and the water runs out. I don't have to hold a heavy bucket. Water's not going to run down my arm. I get to save my shoulders and my back. And then this just goes to my blocking mat and my blocking pin.
That was wonderful. feel like I should have a Sherpa at least. I do. All right, guys, we have squished all the yarn. We bought all the fiber. We've hugged all the friends. We've seen all the people. Now it's time to bid a sad farewell to Flock 2026. Bye-bye. Seattle, it's been fun. I thank you so much for the memories, and I can't wait to visit you next year. So, I know the question is, what did I get, right? So the first day was primarily fiber. So let's go over the fiber first. And the reason I did fiber first and on day one was mostly because that will sell out, and that's a little harder to come by online. I have found out, you know, if you want a pretty basic colorway at a dyer that you know, you're going to be able to get that online. That's not always the case with fiber. So I decided to go for fiber first. So I'm not going to go in any particular order, but we're going to go through the fiber. And I'm going to kind of separate it into spins, or what I'm envisioning right now as the spins. So the first spin is a 3-ply. I'm really getting into 3-plies right now. I think they're plumper, and in that class that we learned that they actually are a lot warmer because they're going to hold in more air in those pockets. So I thought that was kind of interesting. So the first fiber that I'm going to show you is from Pearly Shell Fiber Arts, and it's a pirate dyed caramel, 4 ounces. And the first braid I got is this lovely pink. It's a tonal pink. And then to go with it, I got, and the colorway is actually called Mel is Missing. So this is Mel is Missing, and then to go with it, I got yellow, orange, gold tonal. And you're like, Tawnya, those are kind of wild together. I know, but hold on. I got a third one in the colorway Mel. Now do you see the vision? So this one has both pink and that orangey gold in it. So I think that'll make a lovely 3-ply. I think it'll be a really fun one, and very springy and bright, but yet has that orange in it that can help it lean fall. So I kind of like this one. Yeah, this one is my vision for color work, is what I'm thinking. You know, whether it be something like the pressed flowers or some other color work, I think it would be lovely. So that was from Pearly Shell Fiber Arts, and it's their caramel base. Alright, so that's spin number 1. Spin number 2, we got from 3 Fate Yarns, and I got her base. It's 80% climate beneficial Rambouillet with 20% Tussa silk. And so I got the color, I got 2 different colorways to go together. So this is gonna be a 2-ply. We're back to the 2-ply. And it is, I'm not sure. I don't know if it's labeled. Well, I got this beautiful colorway. And then to go with it, again from the 3 Fade Farm, or 3 Fade Yarns, in the Rambouillet, the 80% climate beneficial Rambouillet, with the Tusa silk, 20%. I got these 2 braids, and so that's going to be a 2-ply. So this is going to be on one single, and this is going to be another single, then they'll apply together. They'll get married. Isn't that beautiful? I wish you could feel how beautifully soft this is too. And Rambouillet is so lovely to spin. I can't wait to see how that, here we go. I can't wait to see how this one spins up. Now, when you see a color in a braid and you're thinking about it, how it's going to look spun up, think much lighter, much less saturated, because as you pull these fibers apart, you lose some of that saturation. And so you have to really be able to kind of think, how is this going to look in a much lighter colorway? So I'm not good at it yet, but I just know that's what happens. All right. So moving right along, we went to Kira Wiggins, and guys, she is a goddess in the dyeing world. And the first thing I got was this Kira Wiggins. It's called All Night, All Summer. So this is Corriedale, merino, and silk. And it's a 200-gram skein. I didn't realize it was a 200-gram braid when I picked it up. And I got 2 of them, so I have a lot to spin. But what I'm noticing is this actually, I hope I can take this out without ruining the beautiful packaging, because I want to put it back in. So when I'm reading the braid, yeah, I'm going to ruin it, but that's okay. That's what you guys are here for, is me ruining things. So it's actually 2 braids that are intended to be spun together. So this is the Corriedale Silk Merino blend, and this is Corriedale. And I'm going to spin those together to get a beautiful braid. And then I have 2 sets of these. But won't that be fun? I'm thinking this could be fun for the girls. I think it could be a really fun spin for something for the littles. That's kind of my thought right now. But who knows, I might like to keep it myself. We'll see. Time will tell. So yeah, that's what it looks like all braided up. So it's All Night, All Summer by Kira Wiggins. And so I went back to her booth because I wanted to talk to her. And she wasn't there, but Mama Wiggins was there, and she was very sweet. And I got to look at more of her fiber. And I don't know how I missed it the first time. But guys, she had this blend that it's yeah, just a second here. Let me tie this back up. Okay. It does not look as good as when Kira did it, but we got it back together. All right, so the other braid I was talking to you about, oh my God. And you can feel it, I realize that, but it's called Cashmere. And it's 50% Shetland wool, 25% cashmere, 15% Tusa silk, and then 7% merino and 3% stellina. It comes in 100-gram braids, and it has, can you see that gold flecking in it? Oh my God. It is, guys, it is so luxuriously soft. I mean, pictures and video cannot do it justice. I don't even know if you can even see that shine, that sparkle on that. I hope that's showing through a little bit. But I got 4 braids of this. So 4 braids of 100 grams. If I can spin it at a fingering weight, I could get 1,600. I could get 1,600 yards with this. So if I could do a sport, I could get 1,200. And so I could make a sweater out of this. This could be a sweater spin because it is so good. It's so good. Oh, okay. So that is another one by Kira Wiggins. Yeah, okay, we're a little Kira Wiggins heavy today. That's okay. Now I did get something to do a 2-ply with her fabric. The first one is called Macaroon, and it is 70% Punta Arenas, 15% BFL, and 15% recycled sari silk. And look at that colorway. And then the second one is called Cloud Number 9, and it's 70% caramel wool, 30% Tessa silk, each 100 grams. And I think those would be beautiful together in a 2-ply. So that's more by Kira Wiggins. Don't worry, if you're not a spinner, I've got things for you. It's coming. We're doing the fiber first. All right. So those of you who follow me on Instagram probably already saw my Studio 316 haul, but I gotta show it again. So I got their caramel base. Everything I got was in caramel. Caramel is a lovely base. It's got a good hand feel. It's nice to spin. All the things. So this is their caramel in the colorway Creamsicle that I want to spin with their colorway Golden Hour, as well as the colorway Cactus Flower. Now this one I couldn't get in caramel, so it's in Targi. But look at that. Guys, how much fun will this be? So when I was picking these out, I tried to look for a color that goes throughout. Okay, that's kind of how I did this. So the color that goes throughout is orange. Do you see that? I have some creamsicle orange here, some creamsicle orange here and here, and then just little pops of it here, right there. And so although it looks kind of wild like this, although it looks kind of wild like this, when it gets all spun together, I have full confidence that it's going to look good. Well, almost full confidence. I'm still new. But we'll see. That one gives me great pleasure. And on Instagram, that was everybody's favorite. Now, believe it or not, I did find some more subtle things to do at Studio 316. So I found their Midnight Dreary in caramel to go with their colorway Moon Shadow in caramel to hold with their Lavender Chai in Palworth. So you can definitely see the theme here, right? Is purple, or lavender rather. And so by picking 3 colors with lavender, I think it's going to be fine. This one I want it to be more of a tonal. You know, kind of them just playing off different shades of the purples and lavenders. We'll see. I might decide that that's really boring. I don't know. So that is my second spin from Studio 316. Now my third spin from Studio 316 is we have Sea Spray in caramel and in Palworth. Let's see if I can. There we go. Those two together. And then the third one, a little bit of an accent on this one. It's going to be Wooden Duck in Palworth. So that one, again, is just a little bit more subtle. So I did pick out a couple more subtle spins from Studio 316 just to kind of see if I like it. Because I've been doing a lot of more creative spins, and I want to see if I enjoy that more, or if I enjoy more, you know, the more tonal ones. Because I think they're both could be lovely in their own ways. Gosh, it's hard to hold 3. 2 is easy. 3 is a challenge. There's 1, 2. Oh my God. 3. There you go. There's a whole screen full of loveliness there. So that was Studio 316. So this is from Cesium yarn. And this is another sweater spin. Guys, I was ambitious. So this one is their Shanico top in For the Culture. Look at that color. Oh my God, look at those colors. So I got that. And then to pair with it, this is going to be a 3-ply, but this is the second ply. It's going to be Bird Situation in Shanico. Here, let me pull these labels down a little bit, okay? And then the third color is Wrench. So those three together, I think that is going to be just phenomenal. Isn't that gorgeous? What do you guys think of that? So that's from Cesium. And I think I got 300 grams of each. And so that is going to be 900 grams. That's going to be a lot. So 900 grams, I can make anything that I want. Pretty much. And that was the goal. And I was so in love with these colors that I thought, gosh, I might even do like 2 projects with it. You know, I don't know. I have to spin with it and see. But I was so in love with it, I got extra. So much fiber from Cesium. So I might have gone a little overboard with Cesium, but zero regrets. Zero regrets. You're probably going, Tawnya, you are getting boring. Trust me. Trust me. I'm going to redeem myself here. So we went to, it's Spun. I got some of their Target on in 3 different colorways to do a 3-ply. I'm bringing the fun right back. So we have, first off, we have, this is, okay. So from Girl with a Hook, it's their Spun hand-dyed Target wool top. Is how I'm going to redeem myself. Look at this. Now that's fun. So we have that bright kind of pink, coral, red, yellow. And then we have this more like lemonade looking colorway to spin with it. And these are not labeled with colors, so I apologize. And then finally, look at that. See, I told you. I told you I'd bring the fun back. I couldn't resist. These just look like so much fun. Don't know what I'm going to use it for, but sometimes I spin just because I love spinning. So there's that. Isn't that great? Yeah, told you I'd bring the fun back. And speaking of fun, for the first time ever, I bought 2 bats. Bought them both from Studio 316. The first one, it just was screaming my name. It was light and had this Starlina in it, and it was fluffy, and it has a little pink undertone. Look at this. Look at that. I don't know if you can pick it all up. I don't know if the camera's good enough to pick all that up. So I've never, it's called an art bat, and it's Polworth. It's in their Firestar colorway, and I've never spun off of a bat, so this is going to be a new experience for me. I'm excited to do it. Oh, look at these colors that are showing up underneath. So apparently it's layered, right? So there's some color underneath. So I'm not sure. I think I'll make some, I think they're called roll wags with it, where you kind of roll it up and then spin off of that. We'll see. We'll see. But that's going to be a fun experiment. And then I got a second one that I felt like I just couldn't leave behind because it was so much fun. So this is Carded Corriedale, Wool Merino Alpaca, Camel Silk, Silk Meal. Like, it's got everything in it. But look at that. That is an art bat. Won't that be fun? Oh, so much fun. So, again, I'm not sure how I'm going to spin it, but we will figure it out. If nothing else, it'll be a fun experiment, right? But that's from, again, from Studio 316. I got the 2 art bats. And this is from Spun, Unspun. And this is what I mean by they sell out fast. So I don't know what happened. I missed them the first day, or I'm not sure. It was such a blur, you guys. But I went back through the second day, and I'm like, oh my God, how did I miss that? And so I started rummaging through their fiber, and I wanted to do a 3-ply, and I wanted enough to do a sweater. And you'll see, or a big shawl, one of the two. This could also be a beautiful traveler shawl. So that we had a little trouble getting what I needed because they were so picked over. I know, that's that's the risk you take by waiting to the second day. So the first colorway I got was in their Shanico, and it's called Woolly Friends. It's just a very beautiful, beautiful color. And then the second one I got was another Shanico in the colorway Gloaming. So look at the purples with the yellows on this one. Oh my God, and the brown. And then the third one is a little bit in the between the two. It's also Rusty Tin Roof in the Shanico fiber. Look at those. Look at those. So I think that's going to be a gorgeous 3-ply. And I can't decide if it needs to be a traveler shawl or a sweater. And I don't think I'll know until after I've spun it. So I'm thinking of spinning it with a goal of a DK. Because that's kind of where the traveler shawl kind of falls. And I think it would work for a lot of different sweaters as well. But I'll figure that out when I get there. But isn't that gorgeous? Yeah. So that is from Snug and Spun. And guys, I don't think she took anything home with her. At the end of the day, I think it was like maybe one braid left. It was incredible. She did great. All right, so that's all I have for fiber. Now let's get into the yarn. So I was at this, it was Ikigai Fibers, picking out some yarn for my granddaughter who's going to be born, for her for a little bonnet and booties for her. And so this is a beautiful yarn that they have that's washable, and it's still super soft, not acrylic-y. It's just really nice. But I thought it'd be nice for a mom, you know, to not have to worry about hand washing. So it's easy wash baby alpaca and easy wash merino wool. So it is soft and drapey and all the things. And so I'm checking out with that. And they had some kits at the register. I know. They get you, don't they? But they had this kit, and it's for the Hayden, which is a scarf. It's knit in the round, and the ending diameter is 10 inches, and then it's 78 inches. And here is the pattern for it. It's hard to see. And then they give you a code to download it on Ravelry. But the colors in it are what really sucked me in. Oh, one more. Yep. Look at those. Isn't that amazing? So that again is in that alpaca merino blend, and easy to wash, and oh my God, I'm so excited for this one. And that was a big spur of the moment. I was not in any way, shape, or form was that on my radar at all. I didn't even know about that pattern, so definitely not on my radar. But look how cute it is. Like that's cute. So that was one very much splurge, but I don't care. I'm going to enjoy it. It's going to be fun to knit, and yeah, it'll be good. A colorwork sweater, or excuse me, a colorwork scarf in the round, small circumference. It'll go, I think it'll actually probably fly. Might be a good travel project. We'll see. Oh, goodness. I found more fiber. So this, how could I forget? This is from Woolly Wildflower. It's one of my first purchases, and it's two plies, and they're gorgeous. So the first one is her 100% Rambouillet, and it's called Marrakesh. So I got 2 braids of that. It's just so pretty. You can tell I'm really into the purplies, the purpley mauves this season. And then to go with it, I got her Targhee in the colorway Desert Rose. And then I'll spin those two together. Isn't that good? Yep. And then my second spin from Woolly Wildflower is also in her Rambouillet. It's Sonoran Sunset. held with her Apollo, which is also in the Rambouillet base. Yeah. Good, right? So that's truly it for fiber, I think. I'm not making any promises, but I think that's it. Isn't that gorgeous though? Yeah. So I have a lot of spinning that I got, but if you look around my yarn room, my studio, I'm very yarn heavy, and so I wanted to do more with fiber. So I think I did well. I achieved the goal. Now we're heavy on fiber and yarn. I gotta finish this video and go get knitting and spinning. Okay. While I was there, I met a friend. Or I found a friend. It was cute. Her name is Jordan, and I met her in the hotel, in the lobby. The first night we were there, we were all just hanging out knitting, and she had Keds on, and I said, "Girlfriend, you gotta go get different shoes. Those are not going to be good. Trust me, trust me." So she went and got shoes, and we ended up hanging out like on and off through the whole weekend, and she was so much fun. And we ended up the second day of the expo, spending pretty much the whole day together, on and off. And we ended up with quite a few buddy spins, or buddy knits. We ended up with quite a few buddy knits. She doesn't spin yet, but the first one that we found was the Painted Honeycombs by Stephen West. And guys, so what I wanted to do with this one, I wanted to kind of find a bit of a color fade or something. I didn't want to do, I wanted it to be a pop, but I guess I wanted it to be a statement, but also something to be versatile. That's what I was looking for. So when we were walking around it, and I saw a lot of different options. But when we came across Oakwood Wood knits, it was a no-brainer at that point. At that point, I was like, sold. So we have 3 different colors of purple, and then this brown and gold. Those are going to be the colors in the honeycombs, and then it's going to be framed with, it's called parsnip. So here's what we got. Oh my goodness. So we have parsnip for the framing, and then we have wild honey, pumpkin, blueberry, blackberry season, flower dance, and sweet pea. Oh my gosh. Let's fix that. There we go. I'm going to bring it closer. Oh my gosh. There you go. I hope that's all showing. I'm trying to correct it, but here, let's do it this way. What do you think of that? So with this shawl, I'll put a picture up here, but it's stripes of color. And so basically, these are going to be the stripes, and then it's framed by this color. What's really cool about this particular pattern is Gucci's sweater is kind of a spin-off of the Painted Honeycomb shawl. And so we can match, or at least coordinate. So, yep, that's from Oakwood Knits for the Honeycomb shawl by the Painted Honeycombs by Stephen West. Andrea Mowry was there, and she was wearing her new sweater, the Antiphonies. And as you know, I was not planning on knitting this, but I did say if I were to knit it, I would want to do it in high contrast. Well, Jordan decided that she wanted to knit it. Then I'm like, oh, well, maybe I do too then. And so we were at Spin Cycle looking through the different yarns and stuff, and I found a sample of it in the Spinster's Daughters Sport Weight in York. And then they had it held with, what is this? Reckless Abandon. And it looks so good held together. And I already had Reckless Abandon in my stash, so this is not new. I didn't buy this. Excuse me. I just had to buy the York to go with it. And so this is going to be Andrea Mowry's Rhinebeck sweater, the Antiphonies. Yeah, I got influenced. What can I say? It happens to the best of us. And I love knitting with this yarn, so I guess it's a win. But I will say that was not on my radar. Not on my radar at all. Okay. Now to redeem myself, this was on my radar. So I wanted to touch and pick out yarn for the Flock Pullover by Andrea that was just released. And I wanted to use a lot of Mercerie's house yarn that, oh gosh, what is it? Ampersand. And so I went, I wanted to touch it and feel it and hold it together and just have the whole experience. So I did that. And so for the main color, I chose Fern. And then for the outside of the contrast color, I picked Petal. And then for the inside, I picked Butternut. So I think it's going to be in that order. I mean, you could also do it in this order, but I think that looks better. Yep. It's going to go Petal, Butternut, Petal. And then this is going to be the main color. So what do you think of that for the Flock Pullover? I really, really like that. I think it'll be fun. Something a little different. Andrea doesn't do a lot of top-down, but I think this will be a fun one. So that is the ampersand from La Mercerie. There we go. Yeah, I think that'll be fun. There you go. So much yarn it's falling over. All right. We're almost done. We're almost done. I had to stop over. I went to see Michelle at So Happy Jane, and I missed her. But she still influenced me. So I have to try her new sweater. The pattern. I haven't decided which one I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do the cardigan. And I am completely forgetting what it's called. I'll put it up on the screen. But it's so cute. It is so cute. And I found the sustain, and it's in the colorway Meadow. And I think this would be just perfect for that in the cardigan. I think I'm going to do the cardigan. Long sleeve cardigan. I'm pretty sure. But isn't that lovely? So this is sport weight. It's 312 grams, or excuse me, 312 yards per 100 grams. And it's 100% fine merino. And I'm super excited to get started on that too. Obviously, some of these things are going to have to wait because I only have two hands. I only have two hands. Now the last fiber that I got, or the last yarn that I got, this was not planned. And I have zero plans for it still. I have a couple ideas, but no definitive plans. So I printed out a chart ahead of time. If I saw a custom colorway that I didn't have a plan for, I would know how much yardage to get to meet said goal. And when I got to Ritual Dyes booth, they had their custom colorway out. And I fell head over heels for it. Now, I'm not normally somebody who is in love with variegated yarns, but this is almost tonal speckled. So it's such a subtle variegation that it's different. And then they knitted up with their custom colorway for the show, Hall of Mosses. Both of them are Hall of Mosses, I believe. Yep. It's their show colorway in the mohair. And it feels pretty good. But when you hold those two together, it is, guys, it's gonna it's just beautiful. It's gonna knock your socks off. But I'm so excited. But it's a fingering and a mohair. And I have plenty to do whatever I want. I have 1,600 yards basically of each. And so I need some ideas on just a plain sweater. I don't know. There's a lot of them out there, but I just can't quite make up my mind. I have time. Who am I kidding? It's going to be a while before we get to it. But if you have any ideas, drop it in suggestions below. Give me a comment. Let me know what you would do. So that's that. So that is the last of the yarn haul. That is the last of the fiber haul. And guys, I did so good. I only got one accessory. And it was so popular that it was hard to get any. So it's from Black Pearl Magic. And it's one of her little sock bags. I think it's just so cute. And guys, these are bigger than you would think. I think I could fit like 2 or 3 sock projects in here. I mean, it's, there we go. It's good sized. But it was so cute. That's a wrap. Guys, that was Flock Fiber Festival. I had the most wonderful time. I met the most amazing people. Meeting all of you was the highlight of my life, let alone the weekend. You guys made me feel so good and so appreciated and so special. And I just want to thank you so much for that. And if you took pictures with me, I would love it if you would tag me on Instagram, aknottyknitter2. That'd be so appreciated. But guys, I am looking so forward to knitting all this up with you, spinning all this up with you, sharing it all with you over the course of this next year. I cannot wait. If you had fun traveling with me to Flock, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Give me a hype. Let's stay in touch. And if you'd like to keep this conversation going, join our Discord group. I will leave a link in the description box below, and I would love to see you there. But until next time, guys, happy knitting, happy spinning, happy flock, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.